Wheel of Fortune. This is about Wheel of Fortune. Somebody has carried a burden, or somebody has put a burden on somebody's Wheel of Fortune here. But this is completed here. Like this burden here, completion. So Wheel of Fortune is being balanced out. Diplomacy. Some sort of heavy burden is being balanced out. Wheel of Fortune is being, balanced out. Scales. There's a cycle here. Brand new cycle beginning here. It's gonna be rebalanced. Something was a foolish risk, or something. Somebody wanting to take a leap of faith on something here. Yeah, something was foolish. Some sort of leap of faith that somebody did here on some sort of whim that they were gonna be able to live out some sort of illusion. Like somebody was still trying to, make some sort of illusion become reality here, because they were like, trying to relive some sort of past fantasy here, where they were getting some sort of fulfillment or enjoyment out of putting a heavy burden on somebody. Like being able to cast an illusion on somebody here. This was how they were able to get some sort of like success or enjoyment. They were able to get some sort of Wheel of Fortune energy out of putting a heavy burden on somebody. But that's just nostalgia now. Something that was and will probably never be again. When it comes to putting a heavy burden on somebody or an illusion, whoever tries to put this burden on somebody, like they're gonna carry it themselves. Straight up. Somebody here receiving with velocity here, or something about someone wanting to receive something really fast. Money. Really fast. Something about intellectual property. Something glorious about divine intervention. When it comes to this heavy burden that's completed here, so divine intervention is definitely bringing this burden to completion, closed out. This illusion has some sort of like deep meaning here and or duality here. Because the thing about fantasy is that people try to make the fantasy become reality here, but by taking somebody else's reality and making it look like it's a fantasy, you know, is how they're usually able to like get some sort of Wheel of Fortune energy to go their way here. But they're trying to make something a fantasy for somebody to have their actual reality here, but they're actually trying to take that person's reality in order to live out their fantasy. Yeah, divine intervention. There's a even deeper meaning than they understand about it. So these people feel like they have a deep meaning of how to create some sort of illusion here, but it's nostalgia here because there's an even deeper meaning of divine intervention here, which is, glorious. And I feel like these people are trying to negotiate, possibly, some sort of being able to pull something off here, to be able to like negotiate them being able to enjoy themselves or something. Somebody being able to enjoy something. It's just a negotiation. I feel like the intentions are just to create some sort of look at that. The intention is harmful. Difference is harmful from whatever like this negotiation is. Like they're trying to negotiate something that's supposed to be balanced in order to make something harmful. Like the difference is actually harmful. This shit is exactly that's exactly what I was thinking. So the way something is playing out with divine intervention, it's bringing balance. Yet people are still creating some sort of illusion to try to continue some sort of heavy burden on somebody's Wheel of Fortune energy here, so that they can be able to negotiate, enjoying some kind of monetary gain or some sort of resources. This is just a fantasy, but there's a deeper meaning to this fantasy that they're trying to create, or that they're trying to live out here by switching something out with somebody else here, switching karma, switching facts, switching sides, just switching, so they think they're really good at switching things up and all that, but divine intervention has an even deeper way of switching things up for these people that they have yet to understand. Has something to do with duality. Has something to do with their intentions that actually are harmful. So since these people don't understand like the intention, how intention plays a role in how things play out, it's like the intention is a big part of how this fantasy will actually play out ultimately. So they can have nostalgia of how they were able to get away with this without people understanding that deeply to be able to expose this. But this is the world we're living in now. Divine intervention is here. Somebody is protected from whatever this fantasy that these people are trying to pull off here. Sweet reward, something desirable, recreational, temptation. They could have been trying to negotiate something here about somebody enjoying something here by some sort of event, a recreational event. Sweet reward here. This was just to negotiate some sort of Wheel of Fortune energy here. that they were just seen as being glorious here, but in reality they were trying to put some sort of heavy burden on someone here. But divine intervention is definitely here to step in here. Yeah, because somebody was like, somebody knows that things are not what it appears, or somebody knows that somebody was trying to say that things are not what it appears, but it is what it appears like, because there's some sort of truth being exposed here. So things are what they appear to be when it comes to this truth being exposed here. But somebody's trying to act like, oh, like it's not what it appears here, because they wanted to make it seem like whatever it was before they got exposed for what this is, whatever this is here. So if that makes any sense, but like they were trying to make it seem like there's no issue in the situation when they're creating issues themselves. They're trying to pull it off like it's not what it appears. Like it's not them creating the issue, but it is them creating the issue. So. And then there's some sort of like divine intervention when it comes to like somebody trying to put a heavy burden on someone to try to use some sort of family unit here that is in the reverse. So there is no family unit here, whatever this family unit that somebody's been trying to play off here. Divine intervention is coming to, the only real family unit here is the divine. So that's the only thing protecting somebody here from whatever this illusion when it comes to this Wheel of Fortune is here. Somebody has divine protection here. That's their family unit here. So whatever these people were trying to act like they had some sort of like, strength in a unit when it comes to a family situation, there is like this family unit here which has been, it's weak. So somebody does not consider themselves to be, a part of that family who has been doing something here to put a heavy burden on them. Because this person's own family was putting a heavy burden on them their entire life here when it comes to Wheel of Fortune energy. People were switching something out here. There's some sort of fox energy going on here. A deep meaning to some sort of fox energy here. Good luck omen here. Like these people, there's a deep meaning to whatever this illusion is that these people were using to their advantage here to be able to pull something off here. This has been going on for a long time. That's why these people are having nostalgia about the harmful difference to some sort of jam here. Like that, the difference is that they're trying to put somebody in a jam here because they're trying to get themselves out of a jam. So by doing that, they're taking somebody's reality, which is supposed to be something pleasant here, but they're trying to make it seem like that would be a fantasy for that person to live out a pleasant reality here, but they're trying to, some bullshit here. These people aren't in a jam. The difference is harmful that these people are trying to cause. And there is some sort of documents in regards to that situation. Official documents. Subject dossier. This is what's been creating some sort of lag here, because there's definitely something that, is intentionally being done behind the scenes here. But somebody sees through the fog here, so people can't continue to pull this off. Trying to impose something here on somebody. Trying to impose some sort of dilemma on somebody when they're the only ones in some sort of dilemma is them. Somebody is completely apart, detached from some sort of dilemma. Even though the dilemma could be going on around, it's not a negotiation. This person is not a part of the dilemma. Somebody is protected, so tell you how it resonates.